So welcome back. So in the last session, we have discussed how to work with libraries and how to import libraries in different ways, how to install libraries using pip tool, and how to use inbuilt and non-inbuilt libraries. In this session, let's focus on local versus local global variables and few other concepts like typecasting and also the input function of Python. Okay. First, let's start with global versus global local variables. So first thing, what is a variable? You know what is a variable, right? It's a temporary memory which stores some information, right? But what exactly is local and what exactly is a global variable? Let's understand that. Now, for example, if I declare a variable something like this, a is equal to 10, where a is a variable name, and in that particular variable name, I am trying to store a value called as 10. So when I'm trying to declare this particular variable name, variable with a is equal to 10, perfect. It is declaring, and this particular variable, whatever I've created, it's a global variable. Why I'm saying it's a global variable? Because I can access anywhere in the program. So if I say print a anywhere, I'll be getting that. Means this particular variable can be accessed anywhere in the program. That is the reason this particular variable is basically called as a global variable. So a global variable is something which can access anywhere in the program. Okay, perfect. Now what is a local variable? So what is a local variable? Means if we just have a look at this, if for example, if I create a function like this, def update maybe, and if I say c is equal to 10, okay, if I say c is equal to 10, so whatever variable I've created inside your function, that's actually a local variable. So why I'm calling it a local variable? Because this particular variable, whatever I've created, that is c is equal to 10, can be accessed only inside your function. If I want to access that particular variable outside the function, it is not possible. So any variable which can be accessed only in that particular block of code, that is only inside that particular function, that is called as a local variable. Right now, as I declared this C inside that function, it can be as it accessed only inside that particular function. It's a local variable. Okay, so this is nothing but a local variable. So now if I just say, for example, if I just say print C, or first I'll call update function. So let's assume that C got declared, and if I say print C, I cannot access C here. So it says C is not defined because C can be accessible only inside function. Now if I say print C inside the function, yes, perfectly I'm able to access, because if I say update function, you can see I'm getting C. Okay, let me make a C as some 100 or some 55, something like that random value. You can see I'm getting 55, but if I say outside C, I'm not able to, outside the function, I'm not able to access. I'm able to access because I'm printing C here, and whenever I'm calling update function, it is running this code. Outside the function, it is not accessible. So it is a local variable because I cannot access this particular variable outside the function. As simple as that. Cool. Now let's assume that I want to update a variable inside a function. Okay, let's take a variable again. Okay, let me take a itself. A is 10 as it is, or maybe a, I'll make it as 20 right now. Okay, now what I will do is I'll take a function called as update itself. Okay, and I'll do a small thing. I want to update my variable a. I want to update my variable a to 21, means I want to increase by 1. So what I can do a is equal to a plus 1, right? Now, what I'm doing here, I'm trying to update a global variable inside a function. First thing, let's see whether I can access my global variable inside a function. Of course, it can be accessed because a global variable is something which can be accessed anywhere in the program. Okay, so whenever I say update, it is getting 20 perfect, means it is able to, I'm able to access. But when I try to update my value, okay, so I'll just say a equal to a plus 1, okay, and run this code, it is not possible. Or if I say a is equal to a plus 1, it is not able to do, because I'll be getting an error called as unbound local error, and it says that local variable a reference before assignment. So what's happening here? Let me explain you. See, in the function, guys, whenever you try to update a variable or whenever you try to create a variable, it will always assume that it's a local variable. So here what's happening here is when I say a equal to, it's assuming that a as a local variable but not a global variable. That is the reason what it is saying here is, when you're trying to update your a value, you are trying to update your a value without declaring the a value at all. See, here you have not declared a value in the function, right? So without declaring the a value inside the function, you're updating it. Okay, that is what the error is. Because it is assuming it as a local variable. Okay, so there is no local variable called as a inside the function, and you're trying to update it. So without declaring or updating it. For example, if I declare and update it, let's see what happens. For example, if I declare and update it, yeah, it works because you have declared it. But here previously you're not declaring it. So your Python doesn't know that. The main idea here is Python doesn't know that this you are referring to a global variable. Python assumes that you are referring to a local variable itself, or Python assumes that it's a local variable only, and it's telling that you're trying to update your local variable without declaring the local variable. That is what the error is. Okay, so that is what the difference between local and global variable is. Okay, so global variable can be accessed anywhere in the program. Local variable can be accessed only inside a function, and you cannot update your local variable inside a function like this. Then how do we solve this problem? Means I want to create a local, for example, let us assume that I have a scenario where I want to create a global variable inside a function, or I want to update a variable inside a function, a global variable inside a function. In that case, I should use a keyword called as global. Okay, I should use a keyword called as global. So global keyword which will be helping us to update your variables. Will be updating your variables in the functions, or if you want to create a variables inside the function, global variable will be helping us. So let me show how to do that. First thing, let me try to create variables. So I'll just say def update. So how do we use global keyword? Means it's very simple. You can say global space the variable name. That's it. Okay, global space variable name, and you can declare the variables like this. C is equal to maybe 10. Okay, so this is not possible, guys. Means if you want to do like this, maybe global C equal to 10, this is not possible. This is not right syntax. First, you should tell your Python that what are your global variables. Global C is I want to refer C as a global variable, and then so you are explicitly telling your Python that to refer C as a global but not local. So in that way, even though you are creating inside a function, your Python will make it as a global variable only. Okay, so this is a right syntax. Global C is equal to 10, global C, and C is equal to 10. And if I call update function now, so you can see a global variable C will be created. And if I say print C, perfect. See, now you can see I'm able to access C outside my variable, outside my function also. Maybe I'll make C 55 right now. Yes, I'm able to access. So in this way, even though if you call your update function outside, even though you call C outside your function, you're able to access because you explicitly made your variable as global. Now, in the same way, if I want to update my variables inside a function, for example, let us assume I'm having a is equal to 20 right now, and I want to update this to 21. Okay, so previously we were not able to do, right? Let's see now whether we were able to do or not. Okay, so I will do like this. So I will say like this: a equal to a plus 1, a equal to a plus 1. If I generally do like this, it will not work because obviously I'll be getting an error. But if I say like this, global a, means I'm saying global space variable name. The syntax is something like this. Okay, the syntax is global space keyword. Okay, sorry, variable name. Okay, global space variable name is a syntax you can use. Okay, the same thing I'm using here, global space variable name. And yes, it got updated. Now let's look at the a value. Yes, a value is 21 right now because it is getting updated. Okay, if I want to create multiple global variables inside a function, it's very simple. I would recommend in this way. You can declare in this way: global a comma c comma d, something like this. So a c d, all these are global variables. So you can say c is equal to 30 and d is equal to 20. Okay, and you can call update function. All these variables will be created and a will be updated. So a will be updated. Now a will be 22 because it was 21 previously. C is created 30 and D is created, it is 20. So in this way, you can create multiple variables like this using a global keyword. But you cannot say like this: global ACD is equal to some 10, 20, 30. This is not possible. First, you should refer that these are global variables and start using that particular variables inside after global keyword. Okay, that's how a global keyword works. So as simple as that. Okay, any variables which you create inside a function is a local variable. Any variables which you create outside the function is called as a global variable. So to make your local variable global, you should use a global keyword. As simple as that.